Do you know what the plan is for tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna be some people are gonna be doing helo training, and then Nez has some stuff he wants to train with.
Do you know what mods it is we need to have?
The regular mod list.
Okay, cool.
Oh, the training mod list actually.
I'll just double check now.
Good evening, all.
Evening, Josh.
Evening, Jazz.
Hello, Jess.
How is everyone tonight?
Doing good, thank you.
I'm currently stuffing my face with Toblerone, so I'm all right, thanks.
Oh, I could tell you were stuffing your face, just not what with. And if it's Toblerone, you're welcome to it.
You're not a fan?
No. Ugh, nougat.
Hey, hey.
Hey, IS, how are you?
Oh, fine.
Everybody says fine. It's a nice little coverall, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, my personal favourite is not bad.
A very German thing to say would be, I can't complain.
Yeah, we've got variants of that as well. Doing as well as can be expected.
But what is expected?
Exactly. You're going for some boom boom tonight, aren't you, IS?
Yeah. Because, yeah. It's kind of feels like it's missing. And yeah, we've done a lot of armored or mechanized stuff lately, so yeah.
Yeah, you need to get trained in AT.
Yeah. You all on your ways to the server yet?
Just starting to load
getting
in.
Induction mods, isn't it? Or is it? Or am I on the wrong bark?
No, that's right.
Tree?
Yeah, induction mods. The specific testing isn't until next Sunday.
Cool. I need to look at what mods that is.
There'll be a download. It's mainly what we do have. There's about 3 or 4 extra. They're not huge. They should only take a few minutes or so to download if you've got a reasonable connection.
Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, mine took the whole lot of extra for me took less 5-10 minutes less than, and that was with an extra one that we're not testing on Sunday as well.
So what is it? What you're exactly testing on Sunday? If you don't mind me asking.
There's some new helos, some new planes. There's a couple of trucks that you can use to tow helos and planes if you want to. Some new vehicles. Might be a few new weapons as well. Can't remember, but yeah, basically extra bits and bobs to give us more variety in missions. They're not massive, but they do offer stuff that we don't have. The helos are pumas, for example, plus a Kaz little bird that the pilots can operate the weapons on.
So I've got a great story about a Puma.
Oh yeah.
My first ever refuel on a Puma. So we do a thing called engines running refuels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So went up, started refueling it, and the side door fell off next to me.
That's slightly worrying.
And then these two techies ran out and just basically duct taped it back on. It was like, okay, cool, that's the thing.
Yep, the world is held together with baling time and twine and duct tape, I think.
Baling wire and duct tape. That's right.
Whichever is closest to hand.
Sometimes you just spit and willpower.
Slightly worrying.
There's a joke.
True that.
Right, I'm going to go for a cigarette before we start, so I'll see you in about 5-10 minutes.
See you in a
Copy that.
few.
Right, I'm jumping in.
See you in there.
Had a fab time last night, by the way. Jumped on with Kelso and Sheepdog, did some JTAC stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then Kelso and Sheep had to go, and Nez turned off and started harassing me and Twan with an A10, which wasn't much fun. Well, we were trying to do some serious practice, and he kept coming and blowing up our targets. He went over to the AT range, which is where we were, so we stuffed off elsewhere, and because Kelso had booted me up to Zoo so I could put stuff down. So I started putting targets down in a town for Twan to take on. The next thing I know, Nez is over with us. It's like, oh, for goodness sake, mate, you keep complaining when we interrupt your training. Get off. But he dropped off comms because he doesn't like to listen to Twan. So yeah,
Yeah.
I might have to have a word with him about that.
All right. Go in. Can't talk.
Yeah, me too. Boo.
Boo.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you today?
Good. I gotta turn up my sound.
Yeah,
talk to me.
apparently you do. Yeah, good fun last night. Thank you for that. It's,
Hey, always fun.
it is,
working out.
yes.
Yeah.
So, as I said, many thanks for putting up with my extremely amateur Zeusing. It'll get better.
I really know crap about Zeus. I just, like I said, yeah. There we go. That's all I do.
Yeah. I see Pritchard's liked your comment on helo training.
Oh, okay. I didn't see.
Yeah.
Let me see what.
He's not in
Nez
tonight, unfortunately. It's his work you know, his boss is the military, so you know what they're like.
Yeah. Understand.
Weird it is all around. It's been a bit odd for the last few weeks, I think. He's normally one of
Yeah.
our regulars, both on Sunday and Thursday training, but Thursdays he hasn't made too many of lately. But I'm sure we can come up with stuff to keep everybody entertained anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Guns.
Hey, Sledge.
And wifey's made her destination.
How's it going?
You with a Titan
she's,
again?
Yeah, it just happens to be in the loadout that I grabbed.
Our little,
Got two
brother,
extra rounds of the
my
Mars.
brother-in-law to school, waiting for her to get off. And in the meantime,
Yeah, I got one extra round of
work.
for the Titan in here.
So on the days that she'll be at school, she'll be able to get some work done.
Oh,
Make me some money.
She sews, does she?
Oh, she's a master seamstress. She's got several
Nice.
companies ordering stuff on a regular basis. Companies that have local downtown shops.
Want to OC tomorrow
Oh,
night?
right, yeah.
Specialty stuff. Yeah.
Say again?
They go on
Want to be commander tomorrow night?
trips, like weekends.
You mean overall commander?
Houston,
Yeah,
Dallas,
boss Red around.
Atlanta, you name it.
Red's not going to be here.
They travel regularly and take piles of the stuff that she makes, and they try and sell them at the.
I was going to say, who are you going to put in hotel?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if it's standard how a hotel's going to be,
That in my time.
it'll end up being,
And of course, my own little craft company.
Hades and Hydra put together on Friday.
Cap
It's like
sheet.
usual.
Cat shows.
Yeah, unless they both got a high
Cats.
turnout.
Okay.
And cats don't really walk on a lead all that well, so they have pens.
You're still going to need, a hotel.
Yeah. My little
Yeah,
girl
I-
was all curled up this morning with her paws over her nose like a little nose warmer.
I'll take either one, whatever you want me to be. I'll be OC or, hotel, doesn't matter.
Now, why don't you take OC? I can always get
Wants me to do.
Wolf or Pritch to run hotel.
He should be around.
Yeah, Pritch can run hotel. Alright, yeah, I'll OC.
I usually find him by looking at the map, to be honest. Isn't usually done with the sea.
You have Twan with the helicopter tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, Red left a message today. He's not going to be in he won't be able to make Friday.
Yeah.
Make that.
I hadn't had a chance to look at company.
We could make this a whole. If we get a whole.
Yeah. Well, he said Tuesday he might not be able to make it. He would let us know.
Yeah, it makes life easier for everyone.
Well, yeah, we can sit
There
and
it
chat
is.
and go, no, I'm not buying this vehicle.
I just was on last.
Transport, and I want to do co-pilot, all that kind of stuff, and then just present, show up like somebody loads in rather than after the last minute Mother May I types crap.
Yeah. Doesn't look like Nez is in yet, which happens
So
sometimes on a
tomorrow I'll
Monday
end up
because of
putting them
work.
Yeah.
when
Hey,
you
Fawn, how you doing?
guys get to where the intel is.
Join the group.
Yeah.
I'll post it. I'll post it in media.
Well, two
So-
flyboys and one JTAC wannabe.
Because for some reason it just would not go yesterday.
So,
No, I mean I tried.
you read what I wrote with regards to the plan?
I'd go
Hopefully
to
the
move
plan,
it like,
we get a bunch of helicopter pilots. We can all
well, hell, you've done a
discuss
little bit of
what
mission
we
building.
do, our specialties, and
Went to put it like on a desk
just get a
or on a
rotating
shelf.
crew of folks,
Yeah.
and I'd end up moving it a friggin' meter.
hog all the helicopter stuff.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Also, I just
Alright, signed up for OC.
So it'd go from one side of the desk
Yeah, medical
to the
menu,
complete
there's,
other side of the desk. It was like, shit, this ain't gonna
It's
work.
improved quite
No.
a bit, actually. HQ
yeah,
Cal
this
say.
is quite a lot
But-
nicer.
Yeah, it actually highlights the body part that you're working on, which is really nice.
And also the RDL help a bit with the
I'm going to leave a message for Pritch, tell him that he's
Yes.
going to be hotel tomorrow.
Oh, so I should expect him to be screaming at me here in a little bit, huh?
Okay, what should I be? Oh, wait a second.
Baby.
Yeah.
Add.
You're gonna make me run these ruffians? You're right, Pritch. I am.
Yeah, 'cause before it didn't used to highlight the body part you were working on, and it gives
He
actually
can
gives
sit
more
at his desk with
information
his
for
feet
me
up
to
like Red
see.
should.
So there's extra bleeding, blood loss, IV, and pain. IV is new.
I'm looking now. Where the heck did he? Nah, I can't find where he put the
Just and blood loss and
notice.
level. So yeah,
It's
it'd be
in
cool to
memory
see
leave
how that
absent.
works in practice. There's also that option to bury bodies, of course.
I'm just now going through the.
Bury bodies. You
Yeah.
always need a friend. You always need that one friend that'll help you bury a body.
Oh yeah.
Amen.
TFA
But did I
probably
just hear
might.
information that should concern me?
Probably he's a pilot.
No, that's red. Yeah, no, I'm looking for
Not
Pritch.
only can
Okay.
you bury the bodies, it can take them to remote locations to do so.
No, I was talking about
Oh.
something new with IVs and
Nez just
pain and
posted
so
the
on.
training
Oh,
test
right,
mod
yeah.
list
If you open the medical menu, the ACE update
for
has.
Sunday.
Liz is going to go over it, so I won't steal his thunder.
Alrighty.
But the ACE medical has had a slight tweak, so it now highlights the body part you're on, and also gives IV information. And there is actually an option to bury a body as well when you've got a dead body in front of you. As long as you have an entrenching tool, you need an entrenching tool, and I assume you've got to have suitable ground type as well, because burying a body in concrete would just be weird.
Oh, Nez is not gonna be here tomorrow.
Might take a while.
Yeah, you need a jackhammer.
What you need is a helper to do all the manual labor while you're doing the life-saving hero stuff.
Yeah.
That
Well,
sucks.
It
You
seems
could
to
use a
be,
It's like
jackhammer.
Nez isn't gonna make it either.
Oh, that,
A regular hammer and.
yeah, that does suck.
There's also some extra medical items. There's one called sutures, which Nez hadn't got to the bottom of when we were talking last night. So
They also
I was gonna have him being the
splitting up of
bomber, and he'd be controlling
which
a
was
lot of other
installed
things.
previously. It's now just built in.
yeah, the Arsenal's had a bit of an
If you've
overhaul
looked through the
as
op
well,
order,
so,
you noticed all the aircraft.
I haven't actually looked through that properly yet, and I really ought before I have to build my loadout for next mission. But hey ho.
Yeah.
Basically, the miscellaneous section now is 4 different things instead of one giant list.
Oh, that'll be good. So I only need the medical, really.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, DCS just had a huge update. For me, it was like
Hey, what's
50 gigabyte.
Yeah, we
yeah, they
complain
keep-
about the size of our armor mod list, and then we look at DCS and go, "You're fine."
Yeah, my unused modules I've taken off my computer.
Yeah, you have to.
What the
Uh,
hell is a suture?
New apparently.
Hello?
Even Nez haven't figured out what that was.
Hello.
yes,
Well,
it's
yeah.
switching.
What's up, Witta?
Like medical.
So
Um,
PR or something like that.
we don't
I'm
know
here for
what
training, I
exactly
guess.
what context and what it
Yep.
means.
Arsenal's right over there.
Yeah, with stitches, but
I
Well,
see.
you've heard of no more nails. It's like no
Go
more
grab a
nails.
loadout.
I mean, what exactly are we going to be doing tonight?
I am not 100% sure. Ask Nez when he gets in.
still a lot
Right.
of shooting and a lot of bang bang.
Snitches.
Yeah.
Well, I think
A lot of ouches.
better than getting no stitches.
Yeah, quite a few of those, yeah.
Exactly.
That's just a technicality, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I left Pritch a message. I said, you asked me, I said, since Red's not going to be here tomorrow night, you asked me to be OC, which makes him hotel. Have fun.
Rummaging around in everything.
That's all I put.
That's a staple support.
Yeah. Well, we go to the. There's one whole class called Frankenstein Stitching for medical examiners.
I can imagine that.
Oh,
It is very,
all right.
very much medical.
That was interesting.
So my,
What?
Wasn't
family
expecting
doctor
that from
says
Pritch.
he's fine, so I get
What he answered.
Yeah,
as it is.
Roger that, boss. Always a pleasure. Need to do more of it if I'm honest.
Well, do you all know how super glue came into creation?
Oh yeah, wound closure.
Yep.
Yep.
Emergency wound closure.
Yeah.
When he got on tomorrow.
I dread to think.
Somebody
No.
trying to make a super glue that would stick to anything. Instead, they ended up with a glue that would stick to nothing permanently.
Ah.
I am not kidding.
Well, there is actually something called meat glue.
Meat glue.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
with which
tomorrow,
you
Guns,
can,
if it's hard to get in
glue,
contact with me, I might be in one of the
animal foods or
aircraft.
also human protein.
Roger that.
Ah, perfect.
I've had my head
So
glued
what do
back
chefs
together a
use
couple of
that
times.
for then, Ias?
I think you have
Halloween?
a vivid imagination, don't you?
Oh dear.
Hey, Kelso.
Just
Yes.
imagine me with a shit-eating grin right now.
Oh God, I'm
You want
friggin'
to practice
exhausted.
your
Who's calling?
Zeus tomorrow?
Sledge.
What do you got, Sledge?
Directly in front of you. Literally. Hello. Over
Oh,
here.
I can barely hear you. Sorry.
He's got your earmuffs on.
Jess, if you need
Yes, sir.
someone to experiment on with your newfangled medical skills,
Tomorrow,
I'll
do you want
happily
to
be,
practice your Zeus?
a victim.
That's quite alright. There, stillness is
do-
thunder on it.
I didn't quite understand. I've got so many people talking.
He's probably gonna shoot some.
Did you want to
people, right?
practice your Zeus
Probably.
Zeusing tomorrow?
Yeah, if you want to, if you need some help, I'd love to help. Sure.
Okay. Because
I could be your
I
cleanup
need
boy.
I need a Zeus that can also be a pilot.
Well, you want to be op 4 type stuff?
Yep.
Okay, I stepped out of that one slot for Twang because I asked him if he wanted to do it, and he said yes. So we're gonna try him. As you can see from my writing, I wanted to get whoever becomes or wants to become a pilot. We get some sort of rotation system, so me or anybody else is not hogging the pilot slots. But to answer your question, yeah, I could do that for you.
Yeah, I got a bunch of like Cessna type aircraft
Always been
that got
thinking
all
I should
kinds of
start
weapons.
playing this game.
Okay, sure, cool.
Yeah, I
So
looked through
they
the
use those
options,
as
but
spotters and
didn't really find anything which I
flying
preferred over this one.
air JTAC type stuff. Yeah.
If you look at the op order, you'll realize these are armor-piercing rockets, high explosives, bombs.
Okay. Can you
But there's also
do me a
somewhat
favor
like
and lay one of those down over in the dirt field on the helo, and I can play with that later
Something
after
for you, soul.
the mission today.
Yeah, I'll just have to take a Zeus slot later.
Okay. Well, do you want to give you a Zeus slot now?
Hi, sheep.
Sure.
Okay. Hang on.
Gentlemen, how we doing today?
Hey, good sheep. How are you?
Well, it's been an interesting morning. Just got home from working a fatal crash early this morning.
My condolences. That always sucks.
What is this
Yeah.
photo
Yes,
that
it does.
of the NPC?
It's always
Look,
long.
Just go into the article.
Just for y'all's information, a Toyota SUV does not do well hitting an 18-wheeler head on.
No.
No, my thought is a beer can.
Oh, I don't
Same
have a
for the face.
Yeah, very similar.
That's
Yeah,
for you.
pretty close.
Yeah, I don't have
There wasn't much left.
Maybe make a screenshot.
Yeah.
I saw one yesterday. Some woman in a,
gloves.
What we're looking
I
at.
think it was like a
It's
Toyota
just
Corolla,
they take the face slot.
rear-ended a landscaper's vehicle.
That's a glitch on your side.
Imagine that didn't move
You weird
well.
worm.
No, she was probably doing about 65 miles an hour, and he stopped for a traffic light.
Try turning to off and on again.
If she was texting.
Beep boop.
Yeah,
Probably.
the
I
front of
think,
her front
in
of her
my
car was
case-
shortened by about 6 feet.
Yeah, I'm thinking in this case this morning that my SUV driver fell asleep at the wheel.
Ugh. At least I didn't feel it.
But I want to.
And if he did, he didn't feel it for long. That's the damn sure.
I've got an older brother. I know this.
Yeah, I had a
I have.
I had one young guy, 19 years old, working 2 or 3
Yeah, that's why I
jobs,
understand him.
fell asleep and hit a parked car on the side of a
I am
2-lane
the
highway.
process here, you know.
Spun around into the center divider, and he got out and was walking around. The tail end of his pickup truck was still extended into the number 1 lane, and he was effectively really close to that truck, but had sat down on the grass because he was dizzy. And a semi-tractor traveling in the number 1 lane looked over to see me arriving, my partner arriving prior to me. Because the first thing he saw at night was the vehicle that had got knocked off to the right. And while the semi-truck driver was looking at the pretty lights of my partner, he ran into the back end of the pickup truck that was extended in the number 1 lane. It flipped around and smacked the driver in the little pickup truck who was sitting on the grass, spun around, caught him in the back of the head and killed him immediately.
Oh yeah, I imagine it probably exploded.
Yeah.
Sean, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm making it. I came home long enough to jump on, and then I got to go back after we get off and start putting all my paperwork together for the investigation.
Fun.
Decompressing time, huh?
Yeah.
And there was a backstory to that as well. After I retired from the department, I got a call from the city's attorney saying the city's been sued because police, Garcia's police unit, the truck driver, the victim's family and the truck driver claimed that the police unit with his lights on was a distracting factor and contributed to the accident. So it was my case. I did the whole thing. I did the roll tape, you name it. And he said, I need you to come to a deposition. And what do you want? I said, I'm going to need, it's a 45-minute drive. It's going to be a few hours. I said, I need $1,500. He said, I'll have the city write me a check, and I'll have the check in my hand when you arrive. It was downtown Los Angeles. And it wasn't 10 minutes later, I got a call from the plaintiff attorney saying he wanted to chat with me about the thing. I said, well, the good news is I've got all the information about it, and I'll be able to help you, but I've already told the city if I'm going to talk to you, it's $1,500 right out of the gate. He said, no problem. I'll have a check when you get to the deposition.
How you doing, Naz?
So I got to double dip that one.
Hell yeah. I can't wait till I retire and start doing, I'll do some crash reconstruction on the side after I retire and make that big money.
Hey, Nez.
Yeah, you got it.
Put
Hey, Nez.
everything you need to,
Years ago, I worked with Double Fatal involving massive lawsuits and everything because it was a company truck and they're suing the vehicle manufacturers and everything.
Uh-huh.
And
Nez is right
that's-
behind you. So let's chat about that later. And
Roger that.
we
Hey,
can
Ned.
get working.
Hey, Nez.
Hello.
I put everything down that you're gonna need to know about down where you're asked.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Nez, I'm just going to stand by. I'd like to learn all that stuff, and then if you tell me what you want me to do when, and I'll take care of that.
Geez, gone for a second. I thought you were going to float by me.
Yeah, he caught some air coming out of there, didn't he?
Yeah, he was bouncing all over the place.
what happens when he spends too much time in a wheelchair. He just glides through.
Hey,
Alright,
it's
Nels, AFK or is he here?
Sorry, my apologies.
Alright, just well, I want to make sure. You might have been AFK.
Fine, you're
Alright.
missing your helmet.
Yes, because otherwise I'm half dead.
Welcome. Alright, I'm going to cover some basic new updates that Ace has given us. If you're not familiar, that Ace did an update Tuesday right during our mission. Thankfully, it didn't affect us until after, so that's a bonus of that. Luckily, it happened later, not early. With the new updates, medical menu, medical options have been updated and changed a little. So if everyone presses H right quick, you'll see your new medical system.
ooh.
You now, if you look at it, if you select a body part, now instead of being all white, it's gray. It highlights the body part you're selected. And it will tell you on the right-hand side still, the head or the torso. Also, if you're next to the legs are R and L. So now you know what side of the body you're working on. It makes it much easier to tell another person that's helping you do medical work which side of the body you're working on. And they're not sitting there trying to figure out which side of the body is.
Hey, that's what I got painted on the top of my shoes.
I know. And did you remember to hit record as well?
Yes.
Good. With this new update, it makes it so much easier. And also when you get injured, it does tell you a little bit more
I
information
forgot
of what the injury is. On top of that, the treatment stuff at the top of under your exam treatment has been updated with a little bit newer looks to them. Your switch target stuff works a little bit better between you and your person you're looking at. The drag carry option's a little bit nicer looking, and so is the other ones. A new medical option item that has been given to us is sutures. That hasn't been fully implemented to test to figure out what how effective it will be, and if we need to carry how much of it. But from what I think it sounds and how it's supposed to be implemented, that would be a great thing for basic level troops in the fields to be used so they can start to tend to the wounds, they can stabilize themselves a little bit faster to get to a medic. So we'll look into that more, test it out before fully getting it implemented into our loadouts, because if it seems to work a little funky, we'll need to know about it. On top of that, you can back out of your medical menu if you have it. Ace Arsenal, if you haven't been already noticing, your new Arsenal has new categories. For some of us, like I have, I've been running with a client-side mod that has been doing this, categorizing stuff into organization as tools, rations, and medical supplies. It cleans it up so much nicer, so it's quicker to find your stuff. Ace has implemented it, and they have improved on it by actually adding more items to that list. With the update to the Arsenal, spray tags have been updated. We have white and yellow color spray paint with the same symbols and everything. What's also new is now you can spray paint on most of the vehicles, as in the Husky behind us over here. You can walk up and spray paint it. Instead of being like randomly on the door, it actually goes to where clan flags will show up. That's the same thing with helicopters. For us mission builders, in your attributes under Ace options, you are able to actually write in words under the vehicle ID number, vehicle ID. This will give you a stencil on the side of the vehicles that showcase said clan tags or clan flags. I have tested this out and it works beautifully. So in missions where we have helicopters, you will be call signs will be stenciled on, from my missions at least, on the side of the aircraft. They might be in a small weird spot, but they're all on the helicopters, which is going to be helpful knowing which helicopter goes to who. And the same thing will be like that for vehicles. This way, if you want to give vehicles to certain groups and they want them to know that's their vehicle, you just write the name on the side of the vehicle. It will show up as white. That is the only color so far it shows up as. And it does look nice on white background vehicles. Ace has also implementing in more night vision. They have the white phosphorus. I have not seen any actual benefits of it yet. I don't know if it's just because of my side. I don't like white phosphorus, and mine stays green the whole time, which is fine by me. Those who are set differently and actually see the difference in with the white phosphorus to the green background, more power to you. I still think green looks better. Moving on to the new infrared system that Ace has dropped. Now with laser attachments, they have a infrared flashlight implement to their laser system. So there are 2 lasers in there that will show up as saying green and red, and it's an SPL style light system. It's a 4 light combination system in one. You got your visible red or green laser pointer, depending on what color you picked. And on top of that, you have an infrared flashlight, infrared laser, and a combo infrared flashlight and laser. And I will tell you, I tested this last night, and I will say, the infrared flashlight is a lot brighter than the normal standard flashlight, which is pretty awesome. You can stand right about here, look at that ATC tower at the south at night, and you can light up this tower with the flashlight with no problem. Your standard flashlight that you get in your that you can put on your weapons do not get that power. They don't even touch it. So,
Yeah, but then also you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
yeah, but that's if the enemy has NVGs and you're really fucked. But then you can blind them. So, what's the big difference?
Ain't true.
If the game would simulate them getting blinded.
Oh, you get blinded when you headlights come on. So, yeah, it will simulate pretty well. On top of that, very small updates to a lot of the features, so not much is going to be affected, but at least our medical system has some new updates. New equipment, Arsenal's got a little bit of a beef up update to it. So it's been working out so far so good. So any questions so far? Oh, and talk about medical stuff. If you're a medic or a regular troop and you're carrying a entrenching tool, you can dig a grave for the dead bodies. So instead of carrying body bags for most missions, now we can actually put graves in for civilians.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Ned, sorry to interrupt, guys. I'm gonna be AFK for a minute. Work just called. I'm gonna be on the phone for a minute.
All right, go ahead. But so yeah, this new grave digging feature, instead of having to put bodies in and drag them and stack them, just put graves down. Dig them, put them down right in there. Works good. Puts a little dirt pile. You Ace interact with it, tells you the name of the person.
Yeah, that is a nice upgrade.
Oh yeah.
Everybody needs that one person to help you bury a body.
Exactly.
And thinking about stuff for engineers, if you have a toolkit, instead of completely ripping the tire off because it has a yellow mark on it, you can actually now patch the tire that will give it a full health.
Yay.
Oh, cool.
So
in the process
That's
of
gonna help.
patching, and while patching on a tire, you get shot in the head by a sniper. You're still just vulnerable no matter what, but gives you advantage to not have to take off a tire and put a new one on.
And hopefully you won't run out of replacement wheels as fast.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yes.
Can you do it while it's off a vehicle as well, or not?
Yeah, it's when it's on the vehicle. It's not when it's off. It's on the vehicle. When you go interact with the wheel to take it off or it'll give you the option to patch it. It'll say remove or patch. So now you have the option to patch it instead of removing it. Also for the fuel trucks, us mission builders, if we put down a fuel truck, you don't have to put a infinite number of fueling supply. Now you can put in a 500 to it, and you can take the truck, drive it up to a fuel station, and you can refuel the refueling truck, the tank holding itself now. So it's fixed, which is nice for that. So we don't have to keep putting as a infinite number of refueling. We can put a limited number. So if they run out, well, go to a fuel station.
Nice.
Cool.
For all that, that's basically all the must-haves of stuff we have. Very good implementations to what we are going to be using a lot more. Again, medical stuff is, medical heads-up system is updated, and engineers get to have a little bit of play with new color paint, and also doing repairs to tires better.
No more marking the refueling truck as -10.
Exactly. Now you can leave it down at a 500 or something, and go pull up to a fuel station and refuel yourself. Don't know how that's going to work yet. Still have to look into that because Last I know, it wouldn't refuel that, but I'll look into it more to find out how that gets refueled. But you can now, so that's a bonus plus. Any question of the new updates?
Well, actually knowing that for not next week's, but the following mission is going to make a big improvement.
Alrighty. And one last thing for those before everyone runs off to go do their other things. Sunday's training is going to be using the mods list that is dropped in Sunday's bot channel. It is going to be set on the mission server Sunday night for Sunday's training. We are testing 4 mods. At least one of them is going to be somewhat going to be implemented into the group. Yeah, there's 3 more. There's a aircraft logistics and 2 fleet mods for faction and as assets. We're just going to get tested and want some good feedbacks.
Cool.
All right, if no other questions, pilots, you can disappear, and I'm going to do with the rest of you guys something to do. I got to get IS's AT calls.
May I take it for a second?
Yep.
If anybody wants to get a little bit of practice on helos, the only requirement is you have to download those mods. What we're going to do is just stick and rudder stuff, and with those mods, they'll, like I mentioned in the comments on company comms, that will help you immensely on how to learn how to fly and what you're doing based on, and see what your projected arrival is based on some of the stuff in those visual mods for the heads-up displays. So if you can raise your hand if you have those mods, then you can follow me. If you don't have those mods, you can download them and then,
It's not
come on over.
required, because if you're going to start requiring them to add more and more mods just to fly, then you're going to lose a lot more people.
No. These are just for training. The mods aren't required at all for flying at all, but if these will be helpful to help folks train. And
By
I
the
see no
way,
hands. Yeah.
I'm going to drill you about 2.9 later.
As soon as I learn about it, that's fine. Does anybody not have the mods but still want to get a little instructions on flying?
You know what? I could.
Okay. Well, if you don't have the mods, if you do have the mods, just follow me. I've got a few birds out in front that we could go do some theory stuff and go fly a little bit.
Do I need different gear?
No.
Was that a
Okay.
no?
No, you don't need any different gear.
You're not going to make
Oh,
it
okay.
tomorrow?
Nope.
Helo gear
Okay,
just
I got
for
Kelsey
show.
going to pull your spot.
So, yeah, Cert One's going to fly the Blue 4, and you say you want me for Op 4, then, yeah. I'll help Zeus and Op for that. Is there anything you need
Budget
from
repair.
Finally
me?
going to take some actual time off now.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, I got to work on some mission stuff. Well, not really taking time off. I just got other stuff to do.
Okay. Whoever's with me, come on out
I
here.
figured you'd take a break. You need it. You deserve it.
Ground 7.5, right?
I'll take a break next month in December when we have a
7.5
Christmas break.
long range and 105.
When are we going to do that?
I don't have long range.
Close to Christmas, like we
local
usually do. The 2 weeks.
One.
Okay.
Okay. What was the?
It's got to be probably that
Short
weekend
range?
before Christmas, so that Friday before, because Christmas
Yeah.
is on a Monday, so that Friday before, I think it's like the 21st.
I'm pulling up my calendar.
'22nd. That'll be the last day, Friday the 22nd for the year, and we'll have new stuff.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, if you're gonna
Welcome
fly,
back.
they're running on the other side of the building where the helicopters are apparently.
What are you flying? What course?
Kelso's
Yeah.
doing training.
Yeah, Kelso's doing Hilo stuff. If not, I'm gonna get IS on AT. If anyone that doesn't have AT quals and they want to do it, we're gonna go do that. We're gonna do it quick. When that's done, we'll mess around with the medical stuff. At least we'll get a chance to play with the sutures and see how that actually works out.
Okay, so I guess I'll go fly.
All right.
See you, sheep.
I'll
Have
see you
fun,
later.
sheep.
Yeah.
I guess me and
definitely
Jess
need to
will mess with
decompress.
the medical stuff.
Oh, sheep.
Yes, ma'am.
Kelso asked me if I'd jump in with you
I'm happy to
from
be a
time to
victim
time if
for
you
you
wanted
if you
to
need
do
it.
co-piloting.
What was that?
I said I'm happy
So,
to
yeah.
be a victim for you if you need it.
Thank you.
I love it.
All right, those who aren't going to fly, join my group. Fun training. We'll get quick stuff. It shouldn't take long to get calls on the 8th and stuff.
And then we were here.
Oh yeah, I like the way you redid the place.
I just a little fix. I made it so it won't be getting backblasted when you're trying to get it reset.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Arsenal. Yeah, it's a little bit safer.
Cause I got backblasted every time.
And also took out that corner piece over there as well, so it's just like a seamless line. moving
Yeah.
around, so you're not getting-
Yeah,
Alright,
nice.
IS. Anyone else needing to get their AT calls? If not, you guys are more than free to shoot at random stuff while we're doing this, or you guys get to take up the same weapons. Your call. All right, IS. Grab an M72 AT.
Hey
Launcher.
Jess,
Yes, sir.
shoot me in the leg. I want to mess with the medical menu.
Very often you're
Thank
Oh,
you.
yes, my bad. Always wanted to shoot a sergeant.
It's not very often your sergeant tells you to shoot him.
Alright, I have to scope on the.
That enough?
Okay, yeah, this is confusing though.
Alright.
Okay, so the blue, everything's dark grey rather than white.
Yeah,
The,
it doesn't show where you hurt.
it does, yes. You're looking
Yeah,
at
the
me.
white's where you hurt.
Are you
Oh
looking
my
at me?
God, I'm looking at you. Oh yeah, there I go.
Yeah, there you are. You've got one blue. You've got a blue right leg and a yellow left leg.
I love the fact that it should have
Should I do that
puncture
now?
wounds and it just says medium bruise, 3 large bruises.
Well, that's the left leg. The right leg has partial medium avulsions at the minute.
Yeah,
It's under. It's about. It's 100 meters.
I thought you were aiming at his right
100
leg.
meters. You probably want. You want to be.
No, it's aiming at his left leg because he's
Because you are up, it will drop. So
Weird.
You don't want to aim straight at the turret. and
either
shoot
which
at 100
way.
meters
It doesn't
and
really
watch
matter
around.
too
Okay,
much.
well, do I not have a stitch kit on me?
Alright, when you're set,
I
I
got
do.
one.
go, you want to call out backblast.
But you don't need a stitch by the look of it. So, or
Actually, he
Sledge
does.
has just done it.
No.
Shall tell you if it's clear. If it's not, they'll let you know.
Alright, so just to forgive my stupidity,
Oh,
does the B next to
that's
it mean it's
different.
bandaged?
For a moment.
The stitch kit isn't universal anymore. You've got to be on the actual limb.
Yep.
That's new.
I got a stitch kit and it still didn't come up to let me stitch.
Were you clicked on the yellow leg?
Yeah,
Hang on. Yes, sir.
You guys need to get out of the backblast area, so if you want to take it further towards the helipad, that might be safer.
That's probably a good plan. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Although it would be more practice.
Yeah, but I don't need him blowing you guys over all over.
No, that's
Alright,
your
backblast
job,
is
right?
Clear. Fire one ready.
That's weird.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, 10
Alright, grab
seconds on the
another round
pack.
and let's hit it again.
And you're good. I like that.
Okay, try that again.
Ah, okay.
Don't do him in the nuts. Damn.
It's 100 meters. Aim a little bit higher up than when you were last time.
Is
Try to
he-
aim for like right above
He's
the top
unconscious.
part of that track
Yeah.
system. You aim to look
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
lower.
Although I am getting the option to do.
Your back blast is
I'm
clear.
getting an option to
Fire
dig
when
a
ready.
grave, but he's still here, so.
Hey, don't bury me.
Pulse.
Perfect.
I'm
Yeah.
putting the tourniquet on the other leg.
Yeah. He's got no heart rate.
That was a dead shit. That should have been smoking by now. Let me take a look at his
Starting
injuries.
CPR.
I'm putting 1,000 in.
Hit him with an epinephrine too.
Yeah, I'll give it a
Yeah,
minute
it's not
before we
gonna
do
go well.
that.
Those guys would be jumping out. Left track's completely gone and the fuel tank's leaking.
Continuing CPR.
He's only lost some
Usually
blood,
if it
so.
seems like it's not hitting, you can have someone else can not usually hit, but you disabled it. The way these guys like to jump out of tanks when they're
Bandaging
disabled,
his
they jump out.
legs.
All right, if you
Okay.
press, if you press 1, you drop the launcher down on the ground,
Check his pulse again for
and
me.
then you're all set with your rifle. Now, go into the inventory. Arsenal, and
Okay,
get
one
a
leg's
M136
good. Working on the right
E.
leg.
Checking pulse. Got a heart rate of 80.
Excellent. So drag carry still is a good indicator, I think.
Blood pressure
Okay.
120 over 80.
Okay, so you should be waking up. Hello.
Ah.
Yeah,
Jess,
take it. Yeah,
did you shoot me in the no-no?
that wasn't me. I had got my gun down by that point.
Sorry, guns.
I should have known it was you.
Take your tourniquets off,
This
guns.
actually has up to about 450 range for it.
Stitching
It
his
packs
leg.
a little bit more, packs a little bit more punch too, but it's still a single shot system.
Hey,
There are two
guns.
similar variants.
Yeah.
The M136 from
Need you to
RDS,
remove your.
and the back
Take your tourniquets off, boy.
one is the ILAW. Same weapon system. Difference between them is ILAW shows up as it's about half the weight, and it doesn't have a safety feature, so
Okay, packing
you can
10
accidentally
seconds.
blow yourself away without paying attention. Alright. This is why I like the ILAW, the M136, because you can't shoot yourself. If you aim the way you're
Yeah,
aiming
make
right
sure I
now,
didn't
you
just
pull the
take
trigger,
one of
it'll
his
kill
turns.
you if you had it have it.
Okay, let's try that again. Now, I don't need you to splatter me. I just need to be shot in the leg.
Same principle. Pressing R will pop up your peak.
You were
symbol,
just shot in
and
the
you'll be
leg.
able to-
Yeah, you
No, I was shot many, many times. All right, enough. That's good.
Target's still 100 meters.
Thank you.
So.
Now leave me alone. No, don't touch me.
Use your pistol
aim
next
just
time, would
below
you?
the turret in the
I think it's bigger
turret
wounds.
in the hole meat.
You shot me in the leg, right?
Yeah, I shot you in the leg.
It's
And you're
showing
looking
me
at Sledge
no
again.
damage at all.
You're looking at
Sledge
me.
again.
Did, God damn it.
Is clear. Fire when ready.
You see that above the head of the torso, above the head of the model on the screen? That's called a name.
Let's see what other damage you did to that.
Okay, again, it's okay. Well, let me try bandaging.
4 medium velocity wounds, 1 medium avulsion. Nice.
Yeah, a moderate bleeding.
So yeah, you that's always good. When you can disable a tank, an armored vehicle. and not
Giving them 500.
destroy it. Well, it's advantage because that's one armored vehicle. They can't.
It should be
use
alright
to
at the
blow
minute. It's
it
only
with
lost some.
explosives.
Yeah, Sledge. No, don't do nothing to me. I don't. I want to. I'm trying to figure out what's going to make this come up.
You did excellent work.
I like the way it now differentiates between slow and heavy bleeding as well. That's nice because it just did say bleeding in the past.
Yeah.
I would not push it past 250.
Now, in order to repair that, you have to stitch yourself
Because you are
guns.
looking at
I'm gonna have to organise some medical refresher training for people, aren't I?
Hold on.
You are trying to hit something that's probably with the M136.
Nope, I'm not getting any
Push past 300 again.
stitch option. I don't think I got perms.
Hold on, let me check.
Have you got a pack on you as well?
I'm not trying to pack. I was trying to stitch. I don't know. Let me check.
No, you got perms.
You should have stitch or and
I got a stitch.
That's actually I think minimal armor.
I've got
distance
surgical
Yeah, I
kit
got a
and-
pack too.
Less than 30 meters.
Yep, there you go.
And it detonated. So I think the moment
I don't know
why-
it's
ma-
launched,
maybe
it's
we
already
can't stitch or
automatically
pack
armed
ourselves
the
now.
moment it leaves the launcher. So if you're up against a wall and you
Because
fire,
I've got
you're killing yourself.
stitch on you and
No,
pack.
I've got
In
pack
armor.
on me.
All right.
If I flip to me, I
Next
can
weapon.
pack.
You wanna get your
Oh, now I got it.
Mark?
I don't have
The mods
stitch.
do use the
That's
Ignite.
I just have just used surgical kit.
It's the mod 1.
It's the same thing.
variant.
No. Pack
Yeah,
is
I think it's a Mark
still have
Yeah.
pack.
4
Yeah,
mod.
Yeah, I
yes.
got packed now. I just finished. That's because I just finished stitching myself.
Okay, pack yourself then.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Nels, how'd you come in?
Mark 4 Mod 1.
Yeah, Mark 4 mod 1.
Okay.
Any color you want. And get the
Yeah,
75.
good then.
Use the Moz heat 75 round.
Yeah, I gotta get used to this.
Oh, have we confused our poor staff sergeant?
Yeah, I'm confused now.
All right, you've been getting
It's
shot.
probably a case of too many cooks. Do you want to just go one on one a
Yeah,
bit?
you can empty your backpack out right now.
No, I'm done with it. I figured out what I wanted to figure out.
Reload your stuff.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
shoot me and let guns repair me.
Just gotta.
Come on.
Hey, Guns, how's your boys doing?
Uh,
Whoa! Collateral hit.
Given that I was aiming at Sledge's arm on this side.
Oh, Nels disconnected.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Didn't think that was collateral. Okay, it's all yours,
Oh,
Guns.
it was a weird timing because the moment you shot that last shot, he completely fell over. So I was like,
yeah, it looked exactly like she shot him.
I was like, no.
Good timing.
It was
Yeah,
Morse
alright.
heat 75, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Are you gonna fix him up or are you gonna let him bleed out?
Hey, guns.
Okay, I'm not getting
a question?
anything for advanced treatments.
Nez will
sorry.
just let me bleed out.
Yeah, I'm bandaging.
I forgot my medical supplies. I don't have any on me, actually, technically. I just got a second sniper. I got a sniper rifle in my backpack.
Yeah,
All right.
You know as well as I do that you'd use my medical supplies.
Weird, I didn't see you do the action the first time that you did it.
All right.
No.
This is still a rocket system similar to what the 72.
Yeah, it's
and
not
I
the
have
doing the
yet
action.
to.
Not
I
doing
have
the
yet to
animation
see
every
the
time.
suture.
Consider a re-
No, it never does it every single time.
Or also
Usually it's like it skips one.
formerly known.
You
popular
probably
have
have
not
to,
seen the
been
suit.
around since the late
you probably
40s,
have to have them on you.
and it's still kicking ass today. This is the current model.
Well,
Your
give me a little
range
blood.
System, your setting there
Ye-
is actually night
Yeah, I'm
vision.
stitching you first.
It has its own night vision system, and it's a laser designated system.
You don't want the leak out?
Designated, but range finding. So you point yourself at a target, and you can range it, and it'll tell
At
you.
least it
how
says I'm
You're
not
leaky
bleeding
enough,
anymore.
Sledge.
Your crosshair systems in there is set by intervals of 200.
I know you tried to make me look like a
So
sieve.
you basically put the.
You did ask for it.
You could basically put that right on the
Okay.
center point and hit it. It'll knock it right out. 200 and beyond, you have to volley.
Okay,
Just
giving you
anywhere
1,000.
300 meters, you just put it roughly in
I'm
between
looking
the
at
2
the
and 4,
spam of
and you'll hit it.
bandages
It
Guns
shows
just
out to
put
1,000
on me.
meters, but these systems can actually push out
That's
to
a
beyond
fairly low amount
1,000
compared to
meters.
some of the things I've dealt with
Hellcat is
recently.
very well trained on this. He knows how to hit
Yeah,
the target at
you did
1,800
work on me
meters.
for almost
System
5
just
minutes one
awaits.
day.
All right, packing you 8
Yeah, I believe
seconds.
that was Tuesday.
Yeah, we played around with it, and he's been able to figure out where to put it on his. He doesn't mess with his settings, and he knows where on his DOI
All right,
radar
you're good to go.
he set it to hit 1,800 meters with it.
You getting the hang of it, Guns?
No.
Yep.
How many times?
Yeah, I am now.
But you can.
Yeah,
add
Did
on
you
more
see the
than
suture at any
beyond
point?
that is more,
I didn't
like
see suture, just stitch kit.
Yeah.
And again, some people know where.
I think sutures are a consumable though, so you
There
probably
are
have to have some in
different
your
mods that
inventory.
come out with us that actually
I got
gives us
10.
new ammo for it. We don't
Oh.
have it here. We have it in.
Oh, they got
Sutures
sutures
We
separate?
have
But
guided
it-
missile
maybe
rounds
you don't
and
see-
guided
maybe you
rounds
don't
for
see them
this
if you've got
weapon
medic
system, which are
perms.
technically what they actually have developed for them in the world today. But for TFA and armor, we just had the fire and forget rounds, which is why we stick with the 75
Okay.
heat round, because that's very
suture
accurate
is
to
really
where
just
you
Good.
shoot.
Sheepdog's
so.
crushed.
So, now you can
Let's
find
be
yourself
honest, suture is a
a
stitch,
target
so.
where there is a fuel ammo truck.
Yeah, I guess.
Southwest,
It's gonna be something we have to look at, isn't it?
209.
Alright, I'm removing my.
Can't miss it. It's a Euro truck with an orange triangle on the
Didn't think you
orange
had
diamond
these
on the
these
back of the
days.
cargo capacity.
I had to give
Now,
Kelso
look at it with the red
stuff he
dot,
needs for
press
tomorrow.
T, and that will range
So I
it
know they
for
cut the
you.
list
The
down
little red box
recently.
will give you the
They
range
did.
you need to find it
The
out.
Kelso gave me a perm, so I give him.
All right,
the
Jess.
stuff he, need it.
Leg me.
Do you want to rephrase that?
Leg me. That's good.
I need to reload
You
anyway.
sure?
Yep, that's perfect.
Those a lot. That's why I've kind of moved mine off to the side so it won't interfere with it.
No sledge.
I'm not gonna shoot him again.
Once you've gotten it, all you need to do is make sure you do the infamous back blast is clear. That is all the best thing you can do. If you, the biggest rule is if you have time.
Let me fix your gun so I can see if.
No, I'm trying to do this myself.
Suture
But
comes
don't fix me.
I'm trying to see if the suture comes up.
So always
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But I need to do it myself.
Do it yourself then.
Get in a moment. Either get hit by a black blast or get a 1
It might be a personal action.
It might be you got to bandage it first. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does. Because suture's a stitch.
Yeah, but I know, but that never made any sense to me. Why you would bandage first and then stitch? You would stitch first and then bandage.
Okay, I got rid of my surgical kit.
Alright, so let's give you another target. Let's see if we can push something further.
No, still don't have it.
Advantage about this particular
Nope.
rocket system is rockets are unguided.
Maybe you got to bandage it up to a certain point.
Missiles which are guided.
Oh, I'm to that
There are
point. I'm
rockets
ready
out
to
there
stitch
that are
myself, so.
Semi-guided, they're just
Now as soon as it turned blue, I got used surgical kit, but I don't have anything on.
weird system.
Nothing on the sutures.
No, and I have sutures.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, I see an MI8 from my position.
Alright. I can't pack myself, but
234 southwest. It's basically a gunship one.
Oh, I'm packing myself, then I'll pack you.
No, that one doesn't have yellow marking on that
pack.
one. I see. From my
Okay.
position.
Back in the sledge, 10 seconds. Oh, looks like
It
Nels
might
has
look like
managed to
yellow, but it
tease
is
his
actually,
computer back to life.
yeah, it's actually a green with red with white. I think the white from a distance make it
You're
look
good,
a
Sledge.
little yellowish.
yeah,
Range 900 meters.
This makes it a little bit more of a trick because we don't have 900, so you have to follow it.
Yep. Clear back blast.
You clear?
It's clear.
Firing.
And another successful acknowledgement of vehicle destroyed.
I want to see what else is in there.
Nice shot.
There are.
Thanks.
How many rounds you got left?
I have 2 more.
Ooh, 2 more. Let's find some nice 2 more shots that might be worth shooting at. Ooh, that's too far. That's 1,800 meters. Hellcat's not here to hit it.
I could hit that.
Okay, we got an Mi-24 at southwest at 212. Nose looks like it's in the ground, and it has the number 50 on the tail in yellow.
Delhi.
That's gonna
Range.
push you.
Yeah. The squad radar screws it up a bit.
It's basically 1,200 meters.
Check.
This right here, I'm going to see how your ability to try to adjust to fire on a target just beyond the actual number range on it.
Is that the helicopter?
Yes.
Yeah. Clear back blast.
Clear.
Firing.
Wow, that was low.
Dude, just a little short.
You're a little short.
Shrapnel
Reloading
will,
and re-engaging.
Yep. Shrapnel will piss off the crew.
Clear back blast.
Clear.
Fire. Just overshot it. Barely. So you bracketed it.
Re-engaging. Clear back blast.
Clear.
Firing.
And the chopper crew's laughing as they're getting ready to spool up the engine. Ooh, that was close.
I'm out.
Yeah, no worries.
That didn't quite hit it, or did it? No, it was a hair short, but it wasn't much short.
Well, actually, the fuel tank's damaged by the shrapnel. The hull's got some damage. Main rotor's got
Yeah.
50% damage. This chopper is going to be probably not wanting to take off. So you did some damage even if you didn't hit direct hit.
Yeah.
The crew's
I would
definitely going to
say-
be bailing if the fuel tank's punctured.
Yeah, they start to take off. They're limited distance.
And then fireball.
Give me a second. Oh, you actually got one more round there, Ayas. Check your backpack.
Thanks.
I took it out of mine. Yep, you're good.
Back blast is clear.
Check. Firing.
High crew's sitting there laughing. They're like, oh, we've got slight damage. We're going to be out of here. Oh, fuck. That was almost. See, I'm pushing it to see if you can, how you would adjust, and you're doing good. You actually damaged the chopper with shrapnel, so considering that with not being able to see your box properly with your DOIS radar and pushing beyond the rangefinder, you're doing good.
To be honest, I don't think you could have missed any closer.
He overshot it once, so
I mean, that was it. I thought it hit it, but that was like right next to the chopper.
Which bearing are we on?
well, fuel tank's got more damage. So yeah,
We're on 212.
you screwed up their starter system, so he's definitely gonna have a hard time starting.
You mean at 1,200 meters out?
Yep.
Hey, if you're getting close at that distance, then yeah.
Excellent. Now we're gonna get into the missile systems.
All right.
They're fun.
Now grab a Mattis. You
Metis,
see it.
check.
My favorite weapon.
Which round for it?
And
Any
mine.
one of them, either one. They do helpful damage regardless.
Oh, we love our Metis, don't we, Guns?
Yes, we do.
How's the medical stuff working out? Have you tried the sutures?
Yeah, I can't get the sutures to come up no matter what I do. The stitch kit comes up. I'm wondering if you can't have both of them on you at the same time.
That's like I said, a new system, and it doesn't really say much about it other than it's sutures, and it supposedly it drops after a bit. Like every time you start to use it, it goes down in numbers. It's not like a
Well,
separate.
Yeah, well, what I think happened is I don't think you can have a stitch kit on you at the same time. I think it defaults to the stitch kit if you have it on you.
I've been talking
Alright,
to
well, when I
myself
don't
for
I
the
took my
last
stitch
like
kit
20
off
minutes
and it
because
didn't
my
work,
mic
so.
wasn't working.
Ah, accidentally left it on mute.
No,
All
I
right,
think TeamSpeak was playing up.
Mattis, a Russian weapon system. If we're playing as a paramilitary group, yeah, we get access to this more often. But if we're as a military force, Western NATO type force, you won't see it in our arsenal because it isn't NATO. Yeah, other than South Korea has access to it, which is cheap.
Well, the
Wire
toe
guys
is ours,
launcher.
and it uses the same round, but
It's similar, but heavy, bulky, and you don't see someone trying to shoulder sling that. big
no,
thing.
no.
If they try doing it, well, you're going to have a guy about split in half. If you're lucky.
No, you get a toe, it's going to be probably on the back of a vehicle.
Back of the vehicle or tripod mounted system.
Yeah.
Or a helo.
I know
Done
it
the
from
helo.
Wano and Wargame.
All right. Mattis has a max range before the wire snaps is 2,000 meters. Wire will snap, and you still can hit a target at 2,013 meters. Beyond that, the missile will decide to either try to be a space program weapon system or end up being a submarine.
Understood.
So, same principle. You look at your target. It's a night. It has thermal visioning system. It's red-orange system on top of the normal set, and it's the same principle. You look at your target, press T. It will tell you the range. Keep the center part of your reticle onto your target at a far distance and fire. As much as you sway a little bit, you don't hold your breath. Keep yourself stabilized and watch and guide it into your target, and it will hit.
Understood.
Now, that pesky.
You just cut out. I can't hear you.
Aim for that Russian helicopter you were trying to hit with the Maz. It's been laughing at you, so take it out.
Check.
And not only are they laughing, they're pointing too.
Yeah,
Clear back blast.
Clear.
clear.
Firing.
Boom. That wiped the smile off their face.
Oh yeah.
Sure hope so.
How do you like them apples? Killed by your own weapon system. Packs a nice heavy punch, does a Metis.
Alright, I'm going to give you a far shot, and I know you're not going to be able to hit it because I want you to hear what it sounds like when the wire snaps. At 221 bearing, there are a watchtower way beyond the salt flats.
Yep.
Southwest. That is at 3,000 meters. But I want you to aim for that and shoot at it and keep on it. You'll get the distinct sound of the wire snapping and you understand what the missile will do.
Right. Stay back blast.
Clear?
Firing.
Oh, it looks so cool for the binoculars and rangefinders.
Yeah, it does.
3, 2, 1, snap. Oh, that decided to be a Russian submarine and went down.
As they tend to do.
That's actually, that snap is a lot louder than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I've had it go when I snapped it, the missile decided to go and become a Chinese space program and went straight up in the air and detonated. So, watch your target, make sure they're not going away from you, and it doesn't end up being past 2,000 meters, because if that's the case, your lucky shot will be if it's within less than 13 meters past. That's the max it will hit, because after the wire snaps, it goes for a few meters, then it will pull up from the concussion of it.
Most of the time, when I get the snap, it's because I'm firing at a helo.
Yeah.
Good for taking on helicopters and aircrafts, but a lot of people don't like them when there are some builders that don't like it because it's overpowered. But it's a good anti-air defense system if you need to use it, because you can guide it right into it.
Yes, it is.
It does nicely against the planes and against helos. Not so good against fast movers unless you get lucky like I did with Nezin and A10.
I wouldn't class an A10 as a fast mover.
Always just
Yeah,
about-
A10's not really a fast mover. That's why you were able to hit him.
Exactly.
That's why I haven't corrected her, because I want her to feel like she's done it.
It's more challenging than a helo because it's got better maneuverability to a certain point. But yeah, I've never ever managed to even bring the thing to bear on
How many
a
rounds
real
you got
fast
left
mover.
there, Ias?
1.
Alright. Let's see, there was a Scud launcher around here somewhere. There it is, I see it. 215 degrees. About 1,800 meters out.
Tally.
Make sure that guy can't launch his missile.
Check. Range.
What's the bearing?
215.
215.
Stay back blast.
Clear.
Firing.
Advantage of, you're not sure where he's shot it at, just look for the missile as it's flying through the air. Ooh.
Bye-bye, Scud.
Boom.
Excellent shot.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we love this missile system.
Yep.
I don't mind it, but when I do, like actual military units that don't have access to it, you guys complain.
Because it's my favorite.
I know. Boo-hoo.
I don't complain too hard. As a medic, I don't carry the stuff much often anyway, but I do like it when I can.
Alright, Ias, you're going to have to do a two-part process here now. Go into the arsenal, go into the binoculars, and look for the Javelin CLU. Once you've grabbed that, go into the missile launcher and grab the Javelin tube, and it will be under the BAF equipment.
Javelin 2, alright.
Yeah, you need a Javelin tube from the launcher, and it's
And the
Javelin
binos.
CLU binos. Yep.
Yeah, and they'll replace the binos you have.
Yes.
You're all going to laugh at this. I just tried to clear a bunny off my screen because I thought it was a speck.
You're right. I laughed at that.
Best way to deal with buddies is to shoot them.
No mercy.
Am I allowed to shoot the bunny?
Yeah, you are ordered to shoot the bunny.
I thought of building a mission and putting you guys out on an island, and then you're going to have to keep track of all the actual bunnies you kill and see how many bunnies people can kill.
I mean, you have seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, right? You know what these beggars are capable of.
You said Javelin 2, I just found the 148.
But-
Or
I mean,
there's,
Javelin
the whole-
Tube.
there's one
The
that
whole
says
reason we pull
they'll say
360
tube.
when we get out of helos
tube.
is in case of the
Understood,
bunnies.
tube.
Tube, yeah.
Very
Tube.
dangerous.
Hmm.
Yeah, my English can be a little tricky on theirs. But yeah, Javelin Tube, Tube.
All right.
There you go.
Hey, Isis, if it is better than most of ours.
Yeah, I think it's better than most of the. Yeah, I was gonna say most of the UK ones too.
It's probably because you got taught properly.
All right,
Yeah.
Bias. The advantage of this system is you can reload. You can carry more of the tubes. The RHS one is completely reloaded, and then you can just reload the missiles. Kind of cheats, to be honest, on that weapon system. I actually kind of like the BAF one, but that's the real life system. Well, you're gonna have to assemble it. That is why you basically lose the binoculars, because you can carry the CLU as it is. So if you bring up your binos, you just get the CLU system. That's it.
Which is actually kind of nice because it's also thermal and got all the other sights in it.
You can range and everything, so you can find stuff if you need to.
If memory serves, didn't some units used to carry them when on mission, even if they didn't have launchers, just for the
Well,
spotting
they usually
abilities?
Well, they did, but they also carried the launchers in their vehicles, and they usually didn't carry the launchers with them, the tubes, unless they needed to take on stuff. And then some poor unlucky private has to run all the way back, grab the heavy weapon tube, and run all the way back up a hill.
Mm-hmm.
This
That's
is why we have
sometimes
quad
one-
bikes.
Yeah, and this is why sometimes one of them carries on the back, regardless if they're using it.
That's why you have privates, isn't it?
All right, now, while holding that, Control B. Now it assembles the whole system.
All right.
Yeah, it puts you automatically in a crouch position. I don't know why, but it's a more common way of launching. Now, once you're done using the system, pressing Control B will deattach it, and then you can keep your CLU and then go pick up a new tube off someone, or someone can drop one for you if they carry it.
Rabbit
All right.
sighted.
So, this is a thermal-based system that you have to be in thermal view, so if you press N, it'll go into a thermal viewing.
Yep.
Now, when you look at vehicles, it's going to be a little bit tricky to see the difference, but you'll see vehicles.
Yep.
Aim for that beautiful hind that you're blowing up with the matches. Let's go with that. Now, once you've looked at it, press and hold tab. Once you get a full solid lock, you are clear to fire. Your back blast is clear.
One other thing before you fire, you right now. If you haven't done it, you're set up for a straight
That'll be
shot.
Next, there, Guns. That will be next.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Get them to grab another two. Then I'll go over that. Yep.
All right.
You're fine on the fire system. Once you get a solid lock, your back blast is clear. You're clear to fire.
Firing.
Oh, that beautiful sound.
Now it's a fire and forget, so you don't have to. The moment you pull that trigger, it's on its own. You don't have to do anything else.
I'm glad they fixed that feature, because we've had it in the past where it was bugged with the RHS one. Once we even the Titans, once you fired it, and if they shouldered it right after they fired, all of a sudden, well, that missile decided to go up and over and right behind everyone and try to kill everyone. God,
A
how many
murder
times
missile.
I figured out-
That's
I figured
annoying.
out what the hell. We figured it was an Australian system because of the boomerang effect. Now, go grab another tube.
Those Aussies get everywhere, don't they?
Yeah, guys, I was going to cover it on the second launch. That's what I was going to do. I usually do that after the first one. Get them in the field, get them how to lock and fire, and then we'll cover that in a second, because then...
Yeah.
I think your shot missed because it hit the sand, but the dirt.
Yeah, there's a bit of splash on that.
Yeah, that's all. All right.
Bunny again?
Yep.
All right, you guys
We're
go
getting
back to the
trained.
thermal view. Now, just as Guns was saying before, I kind of told him I was going to go over it in the next round. Javelins and Titans have a nice feature, and even the ILAW and the in-laws have it, but not very accurate and used for us. They have a feature where you press F, it'll go from direct shot to top shot. And you'll see it in the top right corner and also on the side of your screen, on your thing, it'll go from direct to top.
Check.
Top right corner, usually if it's a direct shot, would be a solid bar. If it's a top shot, there's a little arrow pointing down to the bar.
Yep.
This is advantage if the armored vehicle is behind sandbags, walls, or some sort of barrier that you can't get a clean direct shot into without causing either collateral damage or a complete miss and then get screwed over. We had a mission a year or two ago where we had a Tunska sitting in a courtyard behind a wall. Teammate didn't pay attention, fired his javelin at it, and it was a direct shot. Hit the wall, destroyed the wall, and the Tunska turned him into Swiss cheese. So, now find a target that you want to hit. Make sure it's on top down. And go through the process we discussed. Make sure you're in thermal. If you got it clear, call it backblast before doing a lock. Then you can use lock. Sometimes that tends to cause some weird, funky things.
Check. MBT bearing 224 my position. Clear backblast.
Clear.
Firing.
Oh, that looks so cool. Ooh, tracking it. Ooh. Just like the Ukraine tanks and the Russian tanks, it's burning like it's nothing.
And the other advantage of the top-down shot is that usually tanks on top are not well armored.
Yeah.
So it's if you can hit it top down, you're more than likely going to get a kill.
And then,
Understood.
yet again, that's also runs into where it's sitting. If it's sitting in if an armored vehicle sitting under a tree, you're not going to get a top down. You're going to have to go for side shots.
Yeah.
So play on based on where the target's located and what's around it. If it's under camo nets, drag shots. Sometimes top down can help. It's a lot. So sometimes you even have to have someone fire around and fire behind you just so you can hit the object to get a camo net to be destroyed, and they can destroy the tank. So
Yeah.
it's sometimes a buddy system. Sometimes it isn't.
Yeah. The old 1-2 punch.
You know, javelin system's usually a buddy system anyways because you want to have someone carrying an extra tube for you. Hell, the whole squad can carry an extra tube for the AT guy if there's no other AT. So sucks to be them.
And the Titan is the exact same thing, except you don't have to assemble it.
All right.
Well, the RHS javelin's the same way. It's heavier. Their rounds are heavier, but Titan's more futuristic looking. It takes the same round, so. But the principle behind it is, once you got it assembled, is basically looking night vision thermal system. You have to be in that view to get a lock.
Check. What's the
Alright.
maximum effective range of those two?
On good settings, you can hit. You'd be pushing it 3 kilometers.
Check.
Because it is using thermal, and thermals start to field out after about 2.5.
And just a little cheat for you, you can lock up a human.
Oh yes. Yo, no, there's no joke. Titans actually have an AP round that doesn't use thermal locks. You just look at the target and fire. It's kind of like a Mattis, and you can just kind of guide it in. But with the thermal rounds, if you see a group of guys and you can hit them, you can fire a top down and hit a group of guys with a thing. It takes a lot more to lock on because it's just a lot smaller heat signature, so you gotta be careful.
Clear my backblast.
Your backblast is clear as best it can. It just doesn't have a sweeter sound than as a javelin actually firing, to be honest.
No, it doesn't.
And you can lock onto helicopters, so.
That's good
Advantage
to know.
about those.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
direct hit,
reasons Guns
lock on a
likes
target,
it.
Lock onto the chopper, fire, and it will go. You can lock onto aircrafts and fire it. It's more of a trick because you got to track it, lock on and fire, and then hopefully think the aircraft isn't pushing max speed. But
Works quite well on hovering helos.
Anything's good for hovering helos.
True. Rocks are good for
All right.
hovering healers.
Alright, so you've covered the AT stuff. We're gonna do quick on AA, and I think a lot of us here want to mess around with AA because they've been having issues with certain AAs lately, guns in particular.
Clear my back blast.
Yeah, you remember what he said
Clear.
about locking up humans?
And as you can see, not much of a minimum range, but you also got to take in consideration you got a lock. So this short of a distance, that armored vehicle's coming to fuck you. You don't want to use a Titan at them.
Yeah.
But all right, so we'll get AA. Get yourself a Stinger, the FIM 92.
You're not going to be cruel and invite the actual flyboys to play, are you?
I thought about it, but that'd just be easy target shooting, because they're flying little birds and they don't have any countermeasures, and that'd be just easy picking.
True that. Oh, we got some good JTAC training done last night.
Not ignoring it, I'm just trying to find the choppers I need to send.
Was it the Stinger we're going for?
FIM-92F.
Alright. Other stuff cooking. Guns, you want to grab a Stinger?
Oh, I was gonna try Metis.
Alright, you can try a Mantis, but I figure you might want to try to see what we can figure out why you're getting issues with the Stinger systems.
Alrighty.
Been having issues locked.
Is that why you make me carry that damn thing all the time?
What, Stinger?
Alright. I'll wait till the others get here.
What, Stinger?
Those will grab.
Yeah. You're always making me carry it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just say you were having issues with the damn thing?
I didn't want to be bothered.
No, I just hear them complain at the end of all the missions later.
Well, Stuart think is it's gonna be an OC tomorrow. He doesn't want to be bothered with it then either.
Yeah. No, but it's good to make sure you can grab it because he can just grab one out of the thing and support his team. So if he's having issues, well, we don't want to have an OC bitching.
So
he grabs a. He grabs a freaking Igla.
Well, you said grab an Igla, didn't you?
No, I said Stinger.
Oh.
Works the same way, but that one has more hassle of not locking on.
Nez,
Yo.
request from Vitzer in company chat. Can somebody tell Kelso his game crashed and they'll be back in a few minutes? I don't have long.
I don't have a long range.
don't you? Oh, well.
You see, I know I have a big backpack, but my range don't reach out that far.
It's just your butt, is it?
It's my sniper rifles in there. Come on, I need it. Yeah. I just 7.5.
7.5.
What, Kelso?
Guns. All right. AI systems don't require you to fully lock on. It is sometimes a pain in the ass because you have to aim at it. You'll get a white diamond around it. It usually is broken up when it's not a lock, and then you'll start to hear it locking on. It'll give you beeping tones. Then it'll go solid, and you'll see a middle inner triangle when it has a solid lock. And at that time, you can fire. Advantage of this is if you have multiple people with Stingers, there are aircrafts that will use countermeasures, and they are sometimes effective. The point of using Stingers, if you have multiple people, is a 3 to 5 second count wait. So the first person that goes, I got first shot, will lock, and he'll fire. The second person will have a lock, will wait 3 to 5 seconds, and then fire his shot. This will disrupt and you have a better chance of hitting your target. AIs can't deploy countermeasures fast enough. That's the advantage of AIs compared to a player flying. Alright, I'm going to send up an aircraft. I am going to get them to fly a certain height to give you guys a chance to hit them because, well, if they fly a certain altitude, they actually get anything below 100 meters, well, your locking on isn't going to happen. These have a minimum distance height range to lock on. You can lock them on to about 5 kilometers out, too. So if you got line of sight and you get 5 kilometers, you get a solid tone, fire at them. These things have a 2.2 speed, a Mach 2.2 speed on these things, so don't worry, these choppers can't outrun it.
And they got a hell of a range too.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. About 5 kilometers, there's their effective max range. Alright, let me get the AI chopper to fly a certain height for me.
Is there anything you need to press to turn this thing on?
Nope. It'll be automatic and it'll start to lock.
Yep. All you gotta do is get them in, get the target into your reticle.
I only figured out the other week that you don't actually have to have it up to your eye to aim.
No.
Nope. Yeah, as long as you see the diamond on the target, because when you start searching, you'll see a white diamond. It'll be most of the time broken if it's not getting a good solid lock. Then it'll go solid. Then you get the deep. Then you get a full solid tone beep. And you see a like inner triangle inside that. That is your lock mark, and then you can fire. Be careful, because these stingers and iglas, you can free fire, and those rockets, or I should say the missiles, act kind of funny, and they will, well, blow up, fall short and blow up if you're not careful.
What's up with that little file cabinet on the right side of the launcher?
It's where
That
you
is-
put your beer.
Ah.
That's actually how they disrupt their signal to send out to track the aircraft on top of it. It's a
Okay, I got
it's a
lock on
counterbalance.
it.
Huh.
I've got tone. Clear back blast.
Clear.
Firing.
Good kill.
I just now got tone.
Yeah, they
Got home. So like that, but
That,
better, yeah?
gentlemen, is the definition of overkill.
All right.
I have
was.
tone. Firing.
Parachute. Oh,
I got a lock. Firing.
I don't know why, but one of my
Yeah, it's just
MI8s
like-
decided to. One of my MI8s was going after. Was told to fly somewhere else. I don't know why. All right, stand
Probably
by.
heard over the radio that there's AA here.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but we're actually too far from Kelso. He's a little over 15 kilometers from us.
Yeah, but one of the choppers I had down was actually showing its waypoint marker was towards Kelso. So someone was calling it.
What?
It wasn't me, so I don't know why, but it was weird. Alright. I want 2 people to fire. So one would be the primary, and the second will be the one to wait 3 seconds after the first guy shoots. So figure out who wants to.
I have tone at 216.
Alright, Jess, you're first shot, I'm second.
Copy that.
Alright,
Have
so I only
tone.
should be hearing those.
Firing.
You got tone, Ias?
I got.
Firing
Alright,
one.
if you.
Firing.
Huh. Lucky the first shot actually hit the target because I saw the parachute pop right after the first hit. Unfortunately, that chopper was delayed on its countermeasures because if it had actually countermeasured properly, that first one would have missed. But that was a direct hit, but you cannot guarantee those are going to be effective, so that's why it's always good to have a second shot following it up. Alright. I got one more chopper to do.
I swear that chopper went sledging when it crashed.
Oh, it does. See, the advantage of the only thing about the Russian ones is they have a couple of their choppers actually are able to jettison their pilots out safely after being hit, and the aircraft tend to glide. Hit the wrong module. I was going to call in the ambient flyover. Alright. Chopper's going to lift off, get to its altitude height, and then start moving towards us. I need 2 more volunteers.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Alright. I heard Nels and guns, so give them their sledge and I'll call in another one for you.
I'm not
All right.
worried about it.
Nels and guns, decide who goes first and who goes second.
You can take the first shot, Nels.
The record in air-to-air
Roger,
kills
boss.
so far.
All right. Make sure you both got a lock, because there it is. It's reaching its altitude now.
Tone, no lock. Got a lock.
Ooh. Oh. That first hit actually knocked out it was a Hein. It knocked it right out. He's going down. He's not happy. He's burning. He's burning and crashing. Oh, there it explodes.
I think that was mine hitting him.
That was, Nels knocked him out. Your shot hit behind the chopper there, guns.
Oh, okay.
Nels actually knocked it. Nels got an air kill there. That was a good shot.
Nice shot,
All right,
Nels.
I'm gonna call one more in for
I'm sure you did your best, Gun.
Sled.
I did clean up.
Who's partnering Sledge?
I'll go.
Guns, you go.
Guns, you want to take the first shot or you want second?
Don't matter. I'll take first if you want.
Okay.
Alright, let me get the chopper spooled up. Let me get him up to its height. It's going to go 150 meters up, so that way it's above the minimum arming distance, so at least you give you a chance to get its lock. Let it get up to its height, then starts flying towards us, and then you guys can shoot.
Inbound guns.
Got a lock. Firing.
Give it a second. This is why we do that, because the first missile it's going after its countermeasures, and I didn't even see the second one.
No, I didn't see the second missile.
Went for countermeasures as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
I've got tone.
Alright, go ahead.
Firing.
Countermeasures. Good hit, good hit. Aircraft down. Crew bail.
How many crew does it have?
2.
Yep, 2. Pilot and co-pilot, they bailed out, they parachute out. They are right there, floating down, pissing themselves.
I thought I saw 4 shoots. My bad.
I'm bingo.
Yep. What you probably saw
Are
was
the
when it
pilots on their way
jettisons
to
out.
attack us?
They're floating down right now. What you probably saw is when it jettisoned out was the wing parts popping off the chopper.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, in order for them to jettison, the rotors have to pop off.
Rotor stay is the wings for the pylons tend to pop right off. I've remote controlled flying one of those, and I got shot down by our guys. And the helicopter actually survived its crash landing, but I got shot up as I landed. So, all right, I got
Sounds fair.
4 more. I got 4 more choppers to send at you guys. So let's have a little bit of fun. If you want to try the Igla, go ahead and get the Igla if you want to try that. But 303.
I'm still trying to get a hit with this.
All right, this one's for guns. This one shouldn't be too hard, guns, because this one tends to deploy as countermeasures last minute, and everyone's been able to get a correct kill hit. So this one's especially for guns.
Well, at least the Iglo's rockets roll smaller.
Alright, guns, the aircraft is lifting up. It's getting to its height. I'll let you know when it's... Now it's banking, so now you're clear to fire on it when you got tone.
Got tone.
Actually, target.
Taking second shot.
Ooh. Yeah, Guns, I don't know. Your missile did not like it because it just got deflected by the countermeasure.
Yeah, countermeasures. I saw that. And the second missile was the one that hit him.
Yep.
Third missile hit him just as he exploded.
I was hoping that would happen.
Alright, this one's just for Guns.
Go second.
Hold on, I may need, yeah, I need a reload.
Yeah, go ahead.
Guns, at this distance, give it a 3 count.
Yeah, I did that time.
On the next chopper, you shouldn't have too much problems. Alright, I just want Guns to lock onto this one and shoot at it. So
I'm
everyone just hold
actually
your fire.
Iglo is actually locked up.
Let me know when you're ready, Guns. I'm going to do this one special for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
When he gets toned, you're free to fire, alright?
Roger. Clear my back blast. Countermeasures. Damn it.
Negative.
No, I did get him.
Going down.
What was on that helicopter?
Rockets.
That was good, Guns, because that does not have any radar system, so I didn't know when you fired, and all of a sudden my aircraft was on fire, and I was just lighting off all its ammo. Aircraft hit the ground. I don't know if the crew died on the impact or if the bombs that I dropped as I was on fire that landed next to the chopper killed them. But you got an air kill, so good job.
Yeah, I don't see any bodies.
No, because the crew got vaporized when its own bombs got dropped. It landed right next to the down chopper.
Yeah.
So it was a 2-for-1.
Nice.
It dropped its own bombs to get it off the pylon, and it crashed right in front of where the bombs were going to drop.
Nice.
Alright, you got a couple. 2 more. Alright, both of them are taking off, so good luck.
Alright, who's shooting?
I've got one up.
I've got one.
Alright, Nels, I'll take the same target you're at, and I'll go second.
Roger.
The one on the left, one on
Target
the right.
bearing 215.
Copy.
I'm only picking up
Here
tone, but
comes the
one minute.
Russians.
One's
I've
going
got
left,
tone
one's
on
Got
the one on
tone
the right.
firing.
Firing on right.
Ooh, right chopper is no tail rotor. Tail rotor is out on the right chopper.
Left stopper still up. I've got tone.
Go for it.
Firing.
Tails out.
Alright. Yep, tail rotor on the left is out as well. And I lost sight of the right.
He did it reverse in the air. It looked like it was a hit.
All right, that left chopper is still active. He's no. In the water he goes.
Early bath for him.
And I heard the gargling of the guys as they drown. Excellent. We fixed out some of the bugs that were possibly affecting you guys with AA, so now we know its effectiveness. Alright, I'm going to throw one more up, and I'm going to remote control this one good, because it's going to have radar system, and I can countermeasure pretty good. I want you guys to knock me out of the sky, so make sure you got yourself some extra ammo. Let me know when everyone's got ammo and is ready to go.
Oh, yes, ready.
Guns is ready.
Alrighty.
Nelson.
Happy hunting.
Bearing 219er.
Got 221 tone locked.
Same.
Tone.
Clear back blast firing.
Clear. Got tone firing.
Nice.
Well, that. That's fine. Cause I survived the 3 AA missiles that were locked on, and I got knocked. The third one did more damage to the aircraft, but I was able to flare out and was able to get back up in the air. But then I lost my rotor. It shut down, so that's when I started firing off the rockets. So you got an air-to-air kill because that chopper was completely gone. The funny part about this is the pilot didn't eject into the aircraft, was literally upside down into the ground, and he tried to eject himself into the ground, and he's still alive.
Well, I think my air-to-air kills are only with you in the helicopter, because they got marked as friendly kills.
Is that pilot running around out there?
I just killed him. He was blue. But that is what's good about AA systems. ISCR cleared on that, so you're good to go on it.
Awesome,
Yeah.
thanks.
Got a few cells to clean up on.
Alright. I just gotta eventually
Need to
dig into the suture stuff.
Need to try not to reset the server so Kelso can play with the toys later.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it until they're done. I need to look into this medical thing right quick.
Well, he's gonna be playing with it after mission too, after training too. So.
I'm going AFK for 5 minutes for a smoke, BRB.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but my old man bladder saying, "Hey."
Yeah, that's one reason that I do like a Metis on a helo, providing you can actually get the accuracy on it. They can't be spoofed.
Yeah. I see your point.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously harder to hit with that because you've got to keep it guided. But if you can get it on target, it's designed to take down tanks. So yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably fuck up behind as well.
Yeah, it took the rotor clean off that one. I mean, it's already going down and flaring to try and save itself, but yeah. Wasn't going to survive that. Right, I'm going to go and grab my normal medic loadout back now.
Yeah, personally, I'd prefer Metis over an FIM anyway.
Yeah, because you can engage both ground and air targets with it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I get to guide it, which means it can't be spoofed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, well, the point for me for tonight was to get the qualification in general, but also when I'm running as medic, I won't be lugging around a Metis or something like that, but at least I can grab some kind of stick and at least to piss off the crew.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
I've carried a
You
Metis
might be
before.
carrying a Metis, or you might be carrying a Titan. You might be carrying it for somebody else, yeah.
Yeah, all that.
I mean, I've carried them for myself, and I also carried sticks as backups for other people, because, you know, why
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't I?
Yeah, or at least be able to, if you're not, if you don't have one on yourself, just pick one up and yeah.
Yep, did that the other night.
Yeah, so I wanted to be able to do at least that. So yeah.
Yeah, being able to smack something with an AT stick is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But
now
it's
you
mostly
qualified.
machine gun
Now,
best as well.
if you want, you can come in as an AT specialist if, you know, that's what you want to do.
Yeah. It's more of a, well, yeah, I might do that if it's required, but I mean, for the foreseeable future, I'll still be doing medic stuff, so yeah, it's just to be able to, when the need arises, to be able to actually do something.
Yeah, and the thing is, everybody can carry the one-shots, but the one-shots, you know, they're good for soft-skinned vehicles and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Nothing, no heavy armor. I mean, that's, and at being being an AT specialist, you'll be the one carrying the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
One of the
a
things
one
I
shot
like
will
to
take
do.
sort of the BMP stuff from behind as well, but it comes up to a tank, you'll be lucky.
Guns will tell you with a Maz, I can take out. It doesn't matter if it's a tank or anything. I know where to hit it to take it out.
Yeah, knowing where to hit is a good one. First,
Like the
first thing I ever
113s, most Maz won't actually do much to them unless
Yeah.
you hit them in the right spot. You hit them in the right spot, it destroys it immediately.
Yeah, I know a good friend of mine is in the German Panzer Grenadiers, and he wrote an entire thread on where to hit what type of vehicle with what in order to inflict the most damage. So I'm familiar with the concept.
Yeah, well,
the very
even
first
like
time I
the
shot a Metis in training, I killed a tank that Nez was piloting, and he told me where to hit it just behind the turret on that particular model, and it went smack into where he told me to hit and turned everything except the tracks red. So it works.
yeah, well, like the M1, you gotta hit the engine on it. You cannot hit even the side above the tracks with pretty much anything besides like a Metis or a Javelin. Direct hit isn't gonna do anything. But if you hit it from the rear, it's done for.
Yeah, but I guess that's the case for most tanks, right?
Yeah, one of my favorite spots, in armor, one of my favorite spots to hit is right where the turret joins the body.
Yeah.
At the back,
I've
yeah.
never heard Nez laugh so hard.
At the front is even better.
We had one mission where Damp was flying the helicopter, and nobody could hit him, and I finally got a lock on him with a Titan AT, and I blew him out of the sky, and Nez just sat there and laughed for like 20 minutes.
Interesting. I cannot find. There's no information in our server settings for Stutchers.
I had a quick squiz on the internet. I couldn't see anything about it either.
Yeah, I don't think it's ready to go yet. That's what I was looking for earlier.
Hold on a second.
I pulled them out of my inventory. I think I got one left.
Well, the new peak medical info is now Control H, so you can take a quick look at your medical stuff. That's a new feature.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
So you kinda
What
take a
was
look-
that? Control H?
Control
Yeah,
H.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the bandage, IV, personal aid kit.
Oh,
so you can
nice.
take a quick look at yourself if you get schwacked. I like that.
Yeah.
If you get shot in the nuts, you know about it.
We should probably do a bit of a medical refresher at some point then.
All right, Jess,
Yes, miss?
leg.
Enough?
Yep, that worked.
Apparently our
put
glorious
one
leader
for-
didn't think so.
All right,
I put
I'm
one in
trying
that
this
void
now.
for
See
sure.
if sutures will come up. I got rid of my stitch kit and I got just sutures on me.
I already tried that, guns.
It didn't work.
Nope.
Oh,
All right, how
well,
many sutures do you have? That's my question.
I got like 21 on me.
I had 10 on me. It didn't do nothing.
All right, checking out what. Yeah, try to see if you can suture your right leg.
Nope. Pack or give blood. That's it.
it's not. Is it on any of the other menus? Like,
No, I was going.
No, it's because it's a medical.
Nope.
Let me see.
no, I mean.
Now
on
my torso, I got a
bandage
small
fractures.
velocity wound, and all I can do is pack.
Yeah, it.
Don't you're not gonna bleed out. Give me a second. Let me see if
No, I'm
I
good.
had a couple of.
Yeah, the bleeding stopped. It's not like before when you still had the red head. You were bleeding still.
Alright, see, I got 2 sutures, so they should have came up for me.
Yeah, I got one. Nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna try something here.
I have 18 on me.
Oh, you said you had 20.
Yeah, no, I got 18. It looks like.
I got 2.
Is it using it automatically, perhaps? Then, if you said you had 20 and then there's 18.
I didn't do anything for it to use it.
True.
Let's put some blood in. Let's see. Because from what I read from Ace, it's supposed to be slowly stitching up the wounds. But that's about as much as I got.
Yeah, I mean, I was just wondered if maybe it was doing it when you've fully bandaged the limb. Maybe it sort of did it automatically and you didn't have to do it manually.
I'm wondering if.
Well, the leg,
I'm actually.
the leg is bandaged, and I got 3 small velocity wounds and 1 medium velocity wound.
Okay, give me a second. Let me stitch that and see if it makes a difference.
I'm wondering because Ace supposedly given the ability to shut off
Yeah, it's
Ace Medical.
stitched.
I'm wondering if that sutures is actually for the non-Ace Medical setting.
Okay.
Oh, maybe.
I'm wondering because then you got your vanilla stuff, then you got the sutures, which does the same. I'm wondering.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You're
look at.
fully stitched, Guns. Do you want me to pack you?
I'm packing myself. Yeah, that might be because no, there was no way, nothing was coming up.
Yeah, let me look up their recent update.
Yeah, I still got 18 on me.
Maybe it is from the non-Ace stuff.
Nels, that
What's up?
visor line, the height of the visor line over the bore is setting my teeth on edge.
I'll just turn round.
What? Am I missing something here?
Give me a second. I can't do it on my. I saw.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That has to be at least, what, 10 centimeters? Even more for the red dot? You're an animal.
So I can hit things.
As long as you're hitting them.
one of my talents.
So I've heard.
All right, so this is what they're talking about. It's multiple use to consumable surgical kit. It's in replace. It's it. The charge system has no influence on non-consumable surgical kits. We have our surgical kits set to non. Yeah, so it's only unlimited use. So let's try it.
Oh, so that probably means you need those if you've got a stitch kit.
No, those are in place of surgical kits, so you can use them instead of taking a surgical kit. Surgical kits are such a big item. You know how much it takes up your room. Surgical kits, we can set them to be consumed. Every time you use it, it consumes. So instead of losing a big item like that, they have sutures, which it only packs up one wound at a time. So you could technically carry more sutures, as how many sutures you can carry doesn't take up as much room. It's technically an alternate to surgical kits if we want to turn back on consuming the surgical kits.
Yeah, it says.
Oh, I see. So you'd
your
have to turn on consumable to make it activate it.
Naz, in
All
your.
right, now I set it to consume surgical kit sutures.
All right, Jess, leg me.
Do you rephrase that?
Leg me.
I had to go for the boy.
So now you'd have.
Alright, I'm helping you guys because I also want to see this work on. Still gives me the surgical kit option.
Yeah, but you should use it, and it should consume one of the. Oh. I noticed it in the settings. That's what I've. I was just in add-on options.
Let me drop my surgical kit.
Nope, I got nothing with pack.
Don't know if this affects anything, but I haven't got anything for myself either.
I know worries. I'm just testing.
Why did you want to be shot, Nels?
I'm pretty good at it.
What, shooting yourself?
Guns, did you just lose one?
Just being shot.
Out of your inventory.
Let me check. Yes, I did. I got 17 now. Why am I not able to pack it, though? I'm a stitch, rather.
You have to select
It's
to be
being
able to stitch
stitched.
yourself. I stitched it.
Your
But
leg's
you have
being
to be able to
stitched.
select stitch yourself on your menu also.
Where is that?
Yes, use your surgical kit.
That's not coming up.
Configure ACE
That's because Sledge just
add-on
did it.
options.
I just did your chest, but did you?
Configure add-on options.
Yeah, the medical
All right,
one,
no,
you
you
go down.
still had a surgical kit in your bag, right? Or you took that out?
Hold on.
Did you have your own surgical kit?
I'm looking.
Yeah. Let me just pack you so we don't hear you.
No, I moved it. No, I dumped it. I
All
don't
right,
have
now,
a.
okay,
I don't have a
get your
stitch
pack.
kit.
Yeah, okay. Top off your sutures to 20 again. And grab yourself a surgical kit.
Okay.
Yeah, I changed my medical options where I'm using. I can
Well,
consume my
server
surgicals.
set. It's server set, so you doing it, server overrides it regardless of what you tried setting it. It's already been set to consume sutures right now to test it.
Okay. Well, shoot me. I got 15 on me. Or 17 on me. Come on, you can do a better job than that.
If I do that, I aim high. You know that. I aim for the head. I'm a hip fire headshot person. That's why all the AIs go down quick when I shoot them, because I hit them.
Come on, 2 more in the chest.
You're good enough.
There you go. What the doctor ordered.
On his leg. His chest.
Okay, I got 20 sutures on me, and I got the stitch kit.
Alright, stand by. We'll. Okay.
Here's a pulse.
Alright, using surgical kit on his chest. Using one on his his left.
Hello.
And using one on his left
You
leg.
asked for that.
Alright, check. How many what you got left in your inventory there, Sled? Because by the way, it looks like, because now that you're using sutures, because you know how
I'm down to
surgical kit
13.
Okay.
How many times
How
do
many
you have to
start
stitch me?
I use one for left leg, one for right leg, and one for your torso.
Yeah, I started out with 14.
So you only lost one?
No, I'm down. I started out with 17. I'm down to 13 now.
Okay, so now
So-
I see how it works. Okay.
Packing
So-
your sledge, 10 seconds.
'Cause you know how surgical kits, when you use it, it stitches all the body parts all at once.
Right.
It doesn't do
Now-
that anymore. You've
Now,
be on the
yeah,
limb.
now if we set it to consume sutures, you carry a surgical kit, but now you got to carry sutures. What it does now, you have to stitch every single body part instead of all in one.
Yeah, you have to stitch every single body part, whether you've got a
Mhm.
stitch kit or sutures. I found that out earlier.
The stitch kit, what it does, it basically it takes the sutures for each individual leg, and it uses that before you use up your actual surgical kit.
So
All right. Well, somebody leg
I
me.
didn't have any sutures. I didn't have any sutures in my kit. Put
Thank
the
you.
tide away.
Really, I wounded you.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus, you need to practice your aim. hey. Not the headshots.
You
One
lucky
arm,
it-
too?
You lucky it was a wound, not a death instantly. Usually the death instantly. All right, getting your face, doing your leg. Now you can start
It's actually
stitching
gotten the
I
kill
don't-
shots
don't-
have to be tighter.
I don't
You
have
have to aim
any
straight on your head.
sutures in mine, so
Yeah.
All
Right
right, using my
ahead.
stitch kit.
Yep.
I don't have any
'Cause that would-
sutures on me. So if I stitch, will I lose my
You.
Oh
no,
yeah,
you
hang
use,
on.
Use
If you
his.
if you hover over the surgical kit, it says 0 in your inventory, 1 in patient's inventory.
Yep.
And now there's
Yeah,
1 in
yeah,
your
even
inventory,
if-
1 in patient's inventory.
Yeah, same heroes. Even on the blood, it does that too. Even the personal aid kits, it'll tell you how many are in their inventory. Yep. Even if everything, all their bandages. Oh, because that's the rollover feature to it.
Yeah, rollover feature. Now that makes sense. So I have to
Now
start
that's-
carrying sutures basically.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
if
It
we-
used
if
my
we don't
sutures.
turn it on, if we don't turn that on,
You're
we
not
don't
gonna
need
have
it.
you're gonna lose space. Just
Yeah, because that means you're gonna have to carry more of that. Then you have to make sure the troops carry all that. That'd be something we'll have to discuss and see if that's something we want to start messing with. Because
Okay.
now
Yeah,
we can
that's more for a realism kind of thing.
that might be something for Homeworld
Yeah.
we can look into.
Yeah.
Might be more
I
fun.
think it's pretty. It adds a
Because
little
that
more
you got the suture,
to it.
Because what they did, because surgical kits, look how much room the surgical kit takes up by itself.
Yeah.
It's
Problem we had in the past when we used to be in TFA was when you used up your surgical kit, so you had to carry 4 or 5. You couldn't carry much more.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I've seen people barely carry anything because they just can't carry much. So, yeah. So now that if we want to consume it, now we can set it to consume the sutures, which means you keep your surgical kit. You have to have a surgical kit to use the sutures.
Right.
But now sutures have to be the items you add into your inventory to be used up. So basically 1 per limb. So yeah, you got your 2 legs, your 2 arms. You need to carry at least a minimum of 6.
And that's
So-
only if you get wounded once in each spot.
Yeah. So if basic troops carry them, then we can, everyone, the basic troops add those sutures to their loadout.
Would they be auto consumed if you use a pack, or does a pack just still work its normal magic?
Pack still works its own magic. This sutures are under surgical kit.
Excellent.
So, yeah, you lose it. It's like splints. When you use it on the person, it's gone. So when you stitch the person, you lose those sutures. So if all the troops carried a minimum of 10 per person, and the medics carried about 20, that's not a lot of items. But then that's more items they have to carry on top of the regular medical stuff.
Yeah.
So. That's something we'll have to discuss as a company to see if people will be more interested in carrying them. But then it'd be like, well, that's just more stuff we have to work with and carry.
And that's more than likely what you're going to hear from the majority.
Yeah, I know a couple that will complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if majority are for it and they say, hey, that will make more, use of why we get new items. But head again, we don't use splints, but we have it.
Yeah.
But for now we know how the sutures work. Now we figured it out, which is good to work. Good thing I have access to doing multiple things at one time. Now we know.
Yep.
What do you guys think? What do you think about the sutures?
I liked it.
I kind of like it, to be honest.
I kind of think I think it honestly would give medics and stuff more to work with. If we kept it set to put that stitching to medics and stuff up, that might be beneficial for like squad leaders and medics to work on the people. But let's see, the current.
Well, to be honest, like I said, I'm carrying 20 sutures. It didn't take up that much room.
Yeah, surgical kit is anyone currently on the training service. Anyone can surgical kit right now, and the location be anywhere. So if we set to allow surgical kit to say basically medics, and then allow that self-costuming, then the medics and squad leaders can carry. Everyone can carry sutures, but then the squad leaders can help stitch.
Yeah.
And that's all they would be using up.
And the medics wouldn't have to carry as much all of the stitching because everybody will be carrying some, to cover themselves.
You can carry a minimum of probably like 15, 20.
Yeah, that should be more than plenty.
Troops carrying a minimum of 10, because in average where you're going to get hit the most is legs, arms. Because if you get in the head, you're down. Somebody out of 10, you're down.
Yeah.
So.
And
yeah,
it depends on who's shooting it. If it's you or I and Zeus that's shooting it, chances are you're dead.
Yeah. So
I mean, I can fit about 20 in a carry-all on top of my normal loadout. They're 0.1 pounds basically.
Yeah. Not much. They're about the average of a bandage, because all they are is basically string and a needle.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm more for allowing us to be able to consume sutures. That will make it, instead of a one-all stitch thing now, where I can stitch you. All right, 10 seconds. Oh, you're all stitched. Now we can pack you. No, now you got to stitch every body part.
Yeah.
Which is advantage, because now you can suture a arm and get the blood flowing in there while you're still working on the other stuff, and not worry about, okay, I just stitched you, because when you go with the sutures to each body part, and it goes pretty quick. So when you get a leg blue, someone can suture those, and then once it's all done, blood's all in, packed, and you're all set. So it has a chance of being a very beneficial option.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Bulldog?
Yep.
What do you think? All right. Well, I'm going to ask a lot of the medics now that are, especially here, that are understanding of medical stuff, because again, you guys will probably be the ones, if we get this implemented and approved to change in the certain settings, how you're going to be the ones that will be working it, and then we just got to get the mission builders to understand. Now you got to make sure you add sutures to the loadouts. Make sure they have at least a minimum of 10 for the normal troops, and then at least a minimum of 20 for the medics. Medics, squad leaders,
Yep.
and
No, that's not tough at all.
It takes
No,
my
I'm gonna
training loadout weight to 38 kilos, so that's not too bad.
From what was it originally?
Probably about 37.5, I guess.
So
All right. Well, hold on. Right now, I am 54.3 kilos.
Yep.
Oh, let me get rid of this
check.
Titan.
And look at it. All the sutures just look like little green tags. That's
Okay,
cool.
I'm now 53.22 kilograms, so it's like almost
Yeah.
nothing.
37.13, so it's adding
Jeez.
just under a kilo.
Yes, yeah. And by the looks of what they look like when they're dropped on the ground, they're little tags, so they're not they're not big item.
Yeah,
Just look at where IS dropped.
Oh,
them.
is that them? Oh, jeez.
That's them. Those are the sutures. Well, they are really thin.
Oh, you know what that is? That's the little packet they come in.
Yep.
The little green packet, and then inside the packet is the needle and the threads.
Yeah, that's like I was saying. They don't take up much. Yeah.
probably pre-threaded, I'd imagine.
Probably.
Because who's got time to try and squint at the sun and find the eye of the needle on a battlefield?
Yeah, that's why they always ask. I need sutures this, and it's already pre-threaded, and they just. Yeah, that's what the nurses do. They get it pre-threaded for them. If they're lucky, they probably already ordered pre-threaded. So I'm gonna leave it on training server, folks. The sutures. So anyone can do it. So it doesn't matter if you're medic trained or not. Anyone, basic rifleman, can practice this stuff. Put a surgical kit in, and then you can use sutures. So I think training from now will be that leveled, and then we'll just look into seeing the feedback and then approval of adding it, setting the settings to that on the mission server, and implementing it into missions.
Well, like I said, it does add a little bit to the to your what you got to carry, but it's minimal. It really is minimal.
And people want to talk about was trying to slow down stuff. Here's an option to slow down stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to use sutures to help stitch yourself. You can't just a quick one-off surgical kit. Now you got to suture every body part. So
Question.
mission...
It takes 1 suture per limb or per wound?
Yes.
Per limb.
It says wound, but it looking like it's per limb right at this minute.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed early when patching people up is that even medics' non-consumable stitch kits, you have to do every limb now as well. You can't just do the whole thing at once.
Yeah, it's because I have it right now set to the sutures being consumed.
No, that was before you changed everything when we were playing around back at base.
Now, as mission builders, we've been discussing increasing respawn length times and to slow things down.
That setting has been turned off. I just turned it back on to consume, so weird if that's been changed.
No, we weren't. It wasn't using sutures then, but before we changed anything, when we were playing around.
Yeah, the stitching you had to do all the body parts.
You have to do on every body part now. Yeah.
Okay, so when they updated bringing the sutures. Yeah. So bringing that, they changed that to now that if you want to use sutures, you have to set it to consume sutures. Oh, so they already preset that ready to use, so now you have to. Oh, well, I think.
No, it was still on.
Well, I know it was not.
Stuff, but you still have to do each body part, even if you've got the full surgical kit.
Well, yeah, that's just because it won't consume it, but now you can consume the sutures. That's what you had to set it to. So.
Yeah, but now you need the sutures and the surgical kit, but you still have to do each body part, and you had to do that beforehand anyway. That changed anyway.
Yeah.
Because before, if you did use surgical kit, it just did the whole body. Now even if you've got non-consumables and limited use surgical kit, and you don't need the sutures, you still got to do each body part separately.
Let me see if that's something I could change.
It doesn't matter, as far as I'm concerned.
Kit, annual sutures, consume surgical kit, sutures, yes, self-stitching, yes. Wound stitch time is set to 2.0. Allow surgical kit, anyone, yeah. Okay.
I think it's just something. I think it's just something they've changed fundamentally. Is that stitching is now all has to be done individually for all limbs all the time.
Yeah.
Rather than stitch the whole lot, which will be good in some aspects, because if you've got a heavily damaged limb, you can do that and then not bother with the rest.
Yeah, I think because if I set it to consume surgical kit and not sutures, the moment you stitched let's test that theory out right quick.
No, I mean I don't mean consuming the surgical kit. I just mean I think they've changed it.
I don't know, but I'm saying the way that when they change that now, if I put it to consume just the surgical kit, If you use if you have one surgical kit and you've stitched a leg, now with the new each individual body parts, the whole surgical kit disappears. We'll test that. But I think once they change that whole setting where individual body parts got to get stitched, even if it's not being consumed, it's set up for that. Now you can just lose that whole kit. We'll just test that right quick. Anyone else has no problem doing it.
Alright, well, I'm exhausted. I am going to go lay down. I had a long day today. Finally made my doctor's appointment.
Yay!
In my friggin' ride, the one that kept screwing me over, I had a 9 o'clock appointment. Takes about 45 minutes in heavy traffic to get there at the most. I woke up at 6 a.m. Quarter after 6, they called me. They tell me they're going to be downstairs waiting for me in 15 minutes. I was like, it's 6:30 in the fucking morning. My appointment's not till 9 o'clock. Well, they had to do it that time.
Yeah.
So I had to sit there for 2.5 hours waiting for first for the building to even open up.
Oh.
Yeah, so I didn't sleep well today, so I'm going to go lay down.
Good nap,
Alrighty,
John.
guys.
Alrighty, guys, have a good one. I will see you all tomorrow.
I'll see you
Send me a
Sunday.
message if you want to discuss a mission brief or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll get with you before tomorrow.
All right.